Okay, so we're in Munich with the foundation. Obviously, I've been a part of it for probably a decade now, quite a while. What's your favourite thing that you've done in Munich so far?
Oh, what's it on this trip?
On this trip.
Oh, the steak and chips I had last night in the hotel take some beating, I've got to be honest.
Okay, Gary was telling us about that, and I was like,
Oh, it's nice.
We was eating burger and chips, and I was just imagining eating that steak and chips. Yeah, I was like, once I had that burger, I was like, no, I need some of that steak. So I'm really passionate about mental health. Got my own podcast.
What's it called?
The Value Exchange Podcast.
Okay.
So it's men's health, fitness, and business. Everything I like, I'm into all that. That's my bag, really. You've got your own podcast. Do you have any podcast advice, first of all?
Consistency is key.
Okay.
The last 18 months, I think we've really made a real focus on being consistent with not only just the shows going out at the right time, the same time every week, but also consistency with messaging, also consistency with the look and feel of it, the branding, etc. We don't revamp the branding. Like that, consistency is key. So also the digging into the research as to what's working, what isn't, and being okay to be able to pivot and change with things. Don't be stuck to something and then I'm stubborn, I'm not going to change because that's what I think is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's great advice. And I want to kind of stay on the mental health topic, if that's okay. So I do a lot of youth work, so full-time job as well as supporting the foundation. I think it's really important for young people to have positive role models. How important do you think it is for especially young men to have those positive role models?
Hugely important. I think men were brought up to be macho kind of guys, and no matter if it's a dressing room, football club, classroom, playground, office, it's who's the alpha in the room type thing, and being vulnerable and open to having conversations that might put you in a place where people potentially could look at you and go, oh, you're being a bit emotional, or look, you're a bit vulnerable. That's sensed as weak to some people, but it's not. And I always say to people when I've gone into conversations and that I knew were going to allow me to be vulnerable, or had to be vulnerable, maybe become emotional, I've always left them conversations feeling lighter with regards to stress and feeling in a much better place coming out of those conversations. So
you've benefited from actually speaking and
100%.
kind of sharing that load.
Yeah. Also, like even conversations that like not even about emotions, but just a awkward conversation to make your situation better with somebody or your relationship better. Like if I have this awkward conversation, it's a hard conversation to have, but actually now that person knows how I feel, we can move on and we can build a better relationship going forward. And that's always the case, I think, with those awkward conversations.
Yeah, no, I'm a big advocate for difficult conversations, because if you miss out, if you don't have them, they compound and then it creates obviously that difficulty. So again, mental health. I want to talk a little bit about being an athlete, and obviously you're saying in the dressing room you've got to be strong, you've got to be, some people say emotionless. I don't really agree with that, but how do you think you could balance both, having that mindset of an athlete, competition, strong, and actually coming out of that mindset, and on the other side of that being quite vulnerable and
well, on my podcast the other day, I spoke to Wayne Rooney, and he was saying the same thing. He said, I wish I'd known more about you when your missus was passing away, and so I could have spoke to you and helped the situation. And he mentioned things that were going on in his life that I didn't know about.
Yep.
So we're both guilty of it. All of us are guilty, especially that generation. We were brought up in a generation where you feel that if you are open and vulnerable and you do show an emotional side to yourself, that you're deemed as a weaker person. I used to be like that. I used to think if anybody showed a bit of weakness, I used to think delete that person because we're not going to win with him in the team. Yeah. Whereas now I think it's an added bonus, it's an added strength to the squad when you've got people that are willing to open up. I know you a bit more now. That's what I'd feel like. I know you a bit more. I'm willing to go in the trenches with you a bit more now. Yeah. And actually, you're going to be the same with me because we've now got that connection. And we didn't have emotional connectivity in them times. That I think that you need to draw on those things in big situations where you need each other.
Yeah, completely agree. Right, I want to do some quick fire. Favourite moment from your footballing career?
Moscow. Winning the Champions League, the best moment. If you're going to just go to one single moment.
One single moment. Best player you played with?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Cristiano is the best player, one of the best players ever. I enjoyed playing behind Scholes so much. Rooney, but yeah, I'd say Scholes because he was closest to me and I got to see so much at close quarters.
Yeah, he actually shares that same sentiment. I think I read before about, he said you're the best centre-back he played with and his game was so much easier with you behind him.
Who's Scholesy?
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you not seen that, mate?
You'd have to send that to me. I've never heard that.
Yeah, I'll send that over to you. Obviously, you said your favourite moment. Do you have a best goal you scored?
Liverpool. Anything against Liverpool was good, wasn't it? So Liverpool, top corner, left foot. Keeper didn't know what was going on.
Moving smoothly. Ferdinand, he's done it again!
Love that. Favourite food?
Favourite food, I love food too much. I love Asian, like sushi type food. I love Caribbean food. My roast dinners on a Sunday are like that's like.
Still in Dubai? You having
yeah,
roast
my missus has got all of the ingredients taken over there, man. All of the seasoning for the meat and stuff like that. It's all over. It's been drafted in. Pie and mash. That's one thing I miss. Pie and mash and liquor. Italian food. I love it. I love food, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely on board with that. But I don't want to take too much of your time, so I just want to say a big thank you for having a chat with me today. I know you've done loads of interviews, so I hope this was a little bit different.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate your time.
One question for you: what has the Rio Ferdinand Foundation meant to you? For all the young people out there that are thinking about things or maybe not, what's it done for you?
Yeah, so this is a full circle moment for me. So I made the decision in college, so when I was 17, to get involved in one project for the Rio Ferdinand Foundation. And after that one project, I got involved in another one, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And now I'm in Munich on a scholarship with the foundation. So it's really changed the trajectory of my life. In Salford, it's quite a deprived area, deprived community. You know, if we're not giving them opportunities, we're not in these spaces. So it's changed my life, to be honest.
Well, I love to hear that, man. That's why I do it, man. These are the proudest moments. We've got two people here, like you say, in Munich, who probably thought, well, how am I going to get to Munich? Well, the Rio Ferdinand Foundation has brought them here, and hopefully, like you say, the trajectory is onto bigger and better things. So,
yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Enjoyed this episode with Rio. You're going to love what we're building here. This isn't just another podcast. This is the modern man's way. Real conversations around performance, health, and mindset. So you can stop being stuck and start building a life that you're proud of. But remember, men who subscribe to this podcast change their lives. So subscribe at your own risk. And if you're ready to keep going, I've linked our most powerful episode right here. So go and watch it, but only if you're serious about changing your life.